Welcome to online classes, DO Nalgonda. Yesterday we have discussed about Ohm's law. According to Ohm's law, R is equals to V by I. Here V is a potential difference or voltage, I is the electric conductor, R is resistance. We haven't discussed about resistance yesterday. Today we will try to understand about resistance. To understand the resistance, I will give one example, that is, when a water is coming out of a small pipe, it comes freely. If we close that water pipe with our thumb, it means we are providing some obstruction to the flow of water. So then water comes from that pipe little bit speedily. It means as we close that pipe with a thumb, we can say that we are providing some obstruction. Due to that obstruction, there will be a change in the speed of the water. In the same way, when an electric conductor is connected to a battery through a switch, so when the switch is on, electrons travel along the conductor. Okay, while electrons are traveling entire the conductor, there is a lattice, that is the fixed positive charges, ions are there in the atoms. While the electrons are moving through that lattice could able to attract the electrons, so that the lattice can provide some obstruction to the electrons. This obstruction is called as resistance of that given substance. So the resistance can be defined as the obstruction offered to the flow of electrons. Obstruction offered to the flow of electrons. This is measured in terms of ohm, because George Simon Ohm is introduced this term resistance. So resistance is calculated in terms ohm, and the symbol is this. This is the symbol of ohm. Okay, this is about resistance. And one more thing is, there are some limitations to the Ohm's law. It means we cannot apply Ohm's law for all kind of substances which are available in our surrounding areas. So that for the gaseous conductors as well as some semiconductor devices, it cannot be applied. So we can say that Ohm's law can be applied for only under some conditions. Okay, it means this can be applied for all the metals like iron, copper, and aluminum, all solid substances like metals, but it cannot be valid for gaseous conductors as well as semiconductors. And one more thing is, there are some factors which can determine or which can influence the resistance of the conductor. In that, the first thing is temperature. Temperature can influence the resistance of a conductor. Now we will have some discussion about the way how the temperature of the substance can influence the resistance. Okay, now you take one electric bulb. Okay, this is connected to a battery through a switch, and the other end of the switch is connected to the another terminal of the bulb. You know, when it is open, when the switch is open, no current will travel through the circuit, so bulb doesn't glow. Now if you calculate by using the multimeter, if you calculate the resistance of the bulb, if you notice that as 200 ohms, and on the switch, when the switch is on, current glows and the bulb starts, current travels through the bulb and the bulb starts glowing. Okay, so after few minutes of time, the light and the heat energy comes out of the bulb gets heated. If you find out the resistance by using the multimeter, you will notice that there will be 1000 ohms or 1 kilo ohm of resistance. From these two instances, we can understand that temperature of a given substance or conductor can influence the resistance of that substance. It means the temperature is directly proportional to the resistance. If we increase the temperature of the temperature of the substance, resistance can be increased. Okay, this is the first factor which can be influenced the resistance of a substance. The next is nature of material. Nature of material. In this, generally we can say that as we are the different human beings, we can like different colors. If someone may like blue color and some others like yellow color, mostly girls like pink color, like that. So in the same way, different metals can show the different quantities of resistance. Okay, to prove this or to understand this, let us take one open circuit. In this, the battery is there and one ammeter is there. Okay, and the switch, and this is the open circuit. Because the different types of metals can be introduced between the gap of A and B. Let us take one copper wire, one aluminum wire and iron wire. If we insert copper wire initially in this, it shows a different value. If the copper wire is replaced with a aluminum wire, the aluminum substance can show the different resistance. If the iron wire is replaced with the aluminum wire between the gaps of A and B, iron also shows different value of the resistance. It means we can understand that the resistance for the different substances are having the different types of resistances. It means, so different substances can have different values of resistances. And the third value is, that is the length of the conductor. The third influential character is length of the conductor. Okay, take the same figure but the same material, lengths are different. Okay, and this is the first one and this is the second one. If the gap AB is filled with the second material, it shows one value. Okay, and note that value. And this, in the second instance, if the gap AB is filled with this first metal, okay, it shows the different value. It means when the length is increased, resistance of the substance also increases. It means the length of the conductor is directly proportional to the resistance of the conductor. It means if the shorter element shows the lesser resistance, the longer conductor shows the higher resistance. It means we can explain this with this formula: R is directly proportional to 1, R is directly proportional to L. Say this equation is 1. It means if we increase the length of the conductor, resistance of the same material also increases. If we use copper wire, the shorter copper wire shows the shorter resistance and the longer copper wire shows the higher resistances. Okay, that can be written as like this. And the next influential character is area cross section. Area cross section. Okay, if you take two copper wires of different thickness, this is a smaller thickness and this is a higher thickness. Take the same circuit. If the gap AB is filled with the thin copper wire, it shows the higher resistance. If the gap AB is filled with this wider conductor, the conductor which is big in size, it gives the lesser resistance value. It means the resistance R is inversely proportional to area cross section. If we increase the area cross section, resistance of the same substance decreases. If we decrease the area cross section, resistance of the same conductor increases. Let this will be the equation 2. From the equations 1 and 2, we can conclude R is directly proportional to L by A. If we remove this sign of proportionality, this can be written as R is equals to rho L by A. This rho is called as specific resistivity or the specific resistance. Okay, the value and this formula can be written as rho is equals to R into A by L. By using this formula, we can write the units of this specific resistance. This is ohm, this is meter square and meter. Meter and 1 meter is cancelled. This will be ohm meter. Ohm meter is the unit of specific resistance. Okay. This talks about the particular resistant value of a specific conductor. And we talk about conductivity. Conductivity is opposite to the term of the resistivity. If a conductor has more resistance, it has less conductivity. If a conductor has lesser resistance, it has more conductivity. It means if the resistance of a given conductor is more, its conductive capacity is very less. If its resistance is less, the conductive capacity of that material is more. So the conductivity all the time is opposite to the resistance of the given substance. These are the factors can influence the resistance of a conductor. Okay, now we will talk about different types of connections. Different types of connection means the series connection and the parallel connection. You know, in our household there are many devices which we can use the electrically working. If we want to on the fan, we cannot on this light. We can, if we want the light, just we can on only the light. If we want to on only fan, we can switch on only fan. If we want to watch the television, we can switch on only the television one. So by this way we can say that there are two types of connections in the household. One is the series and the other is the parallel connection. So today so in our next class we will discuss about series connection and a parallel connection in detail with some of the examples. Okay, thank you.